Welcome to Hope at Night, featuring Mark Karras.
First up in helping us explore this hot topic is a therapist who specializes in religious trauma and has recently written a best-selling book addressing healing religious trauma from the concept of a tormenting hell. Let's welcome to Hope at Night, Dr. Mark Karras. Doctor, come on in, take a seat right over there. Thank you so much for joining us.
Wonderful to be here. Looking forward to the conversation.
Yeah, me too. This idea that people present that will take place at some time where people are thrown into this fiery pit that will continue to burn and progressively increase. There'll never be any kind of toleration. Is there more to understanding this?
There's a whole lot more to understanding this. One wonders where this, I call it in my book, the title of my book is The Diabolical Trinity, Healing Religious Trauma from a Wrathful God, Tormenting Hell, and a Sinful Self. And I'm not talking about the Trinity, but this interrelated threefold understanding of doctrines that are so, like you can't have eternal conscious torment or a hell like that without a wrathful God creating it. But you also can't have that kind of hell without evil, sinful people to be put there. But this is certainly something that evolved over centuries. I mean, if you think about the Adam and Eve story, I mean, certainly I think God said, eat of this and you shall surely die, right. But nowhere does it say you're going to spend eternity, 10, 100, 100,000, 100 billion, trillion years suffer. Like, what kind of God are we teaching people about?
Mark, how does this impact people psychologically?
Yeah, great question. Spend a lot of time unpacking this, and it's very layered. From hell anxiety, it's an actual term that some researchers use. So you can imagine if you're fearing about this God who's super angry at you and very wrathful and can punish you in this life or the life to come, you're going to feel a little bit of anxiety knowing that that God at any moment, if you do the wrong thing, can harm you. But then it gets into self-criticism. It gets into deep shame. If there's a God that hates you to that level, but paradoxically, in a little bit of crazy making, says, but I love you. Like, how is a little kid, especially as young kids are taught this? I work with people who have nightmares that this becomes a phantom theology, something they can't let go of, even though intellectually they haven't believed this in quite a long time, just like a limb that was amputated that's not there, though one can still feel that it's there. So this stuff has consequences. And may I also share that when the shame and the self-criticism and the anxiety and the hypervigilance and the rejection from a community, and some people have taken their life because of these kinds of ideas.